Nigeria, the most populous country on the African continent and the 7th largest in the world, is an artwork of distinctive regions with a current population of over 200 million people. The United Nations forecasts that the population will double by 2050, making it the 3rd largest country in the world. Given Nigeria's size and growth potential, the pressure to safeguard and improve the lives of its citizens is greater than ever.
The flood affects us well because now, no place to stay, no food to eat, even no water to bathe. This is hard.
For a year, there is no primary health care now.
Sunana Muhammadu Buhari, aiki na noma, ina da mata guda biyu, ina da ɗiyana guda 8, yara na 4 makaranta.
At times the transformers will have fault, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Babu makaranta secondary school. Ina da yaran da suka gama primary za su tafi secondary school. To dole ne yanzu ya zama ina kai su cikin gari ne suke karatu. Gaskiya daga nan ya kai kilomita 7 zuwa 8.
The drinking water, before now, we use our tap, but the tap has been polluted.
I need money for my business. Truly, I'm a petty trader. I sell baby things, but just little. I don't have much money.
The National Multidimensional Poverty Index survey is a collaborative effort between the National Bureau of Statistics and ministry, department, and agencies of government, as well as development partners. This survey was conducted across the senatorial district within the state of the Federation and touching at the local government in each of the states of the Federation.
We have gone to 109 senatorial districts to hear from the people, to capture real-time, on-time data, to understand the intensity of the deprivations that people face in a multi-dimensional way.
In 2015, global poverty statistics projected a steady descent into poverty. These issues were addressed by launching 2 key intervention initiatives. First was the National Social Protection Policy, which serves as the guidebook for addressing inequalities, and the National Social Safety Nets Project, NASSP, which has in its custody the largest number of identified poor and vulnerable households in Nigeria. That is, the National Social Register, NSR, with 12.8 million households, equivalent to 52 million individuals. Through the years, the government has intensified its commitment towards eradicating extreme poverty in Nigeria with precise guidance from the Rapid Response Register data collated by the National Social Register. The RRR, which is a sub-registry of the NSR, was created to stall the further decline into poverty as a result of the COVID pandemic. As of September 30th, 2022, it had registered about 6.8 million people. These registers were used as the basis to identify beneficiaries of the various interventions during the pandemic. In 2021, the Federal Executive Council, FEC, approved the launch of the National Poverty Reduction with Growth Strategy, NPR-GS, a 10-year program scheme positioned to accelerate the reduction in poverty through economic growth and social protection programs. The 2022 Multidimensional Poverty Index, Nigeria, shows a frontline effort at creating an evidence-based data demand and use strategy for achieving the presidential mandate of lifting 100 million out of poverty in a decade. The MPI brings many concerns together into one headline measure to ensure sustainability. The MPI has since been adopted as the national measure for poverty that complements income-based measures. In August 2019, the President of Nigeria committed to empowering an additional 100 million people to escape extreme poverty by 2030.
The high level of income poverty, which is currently at 40%, and multidimensional poverty, which is currently at 63%, are indicative of the challenges of removing millions of Nigerians out of poverty. This is why President Buhari's initiative of removing 100 million Nigerians out of poverty is timely and needed.
The National Multidimensional Poverty Index for Nigeria looks at 15 deprivations across the 4 dimensions of health, education, living standards and working shocks, and shows who are the people living in households that are affected by many of these deprivations at the same time.
The governors in the different geopolitical regions, having known the kind of poverty that exists in their area, will be able to make the appropriate budgetary provisions to deal with those issues.
The MPI really is a metaphor for collaboration, partnership, and change.
For UNDP, the MPI report will help with evidence-based decision on poverty reduction, which aligns with our very core mandate.
We hope that this will spur states to dig better and deeper into local government disaggregated data to target and support more and in an effective manner at the state level.
The National Bureau of Statistics will continue to strive hard to provide high quality data with best technology, best practices that meet international standards, so that the data can not only be used within the country, but can compare relatively well with data from other countries across the globe.
The government has not relented in its effort to combating this poverty. They have created poverty alleviation schemes and youth empowerment programs such as You Win, Empower, among others, and encouraging young entrepreneurs in a bid to reduce and eliminate poverty. And in partnership with various international and private sector stakeholders, the Nigerian government has spearheaded various initiative programs such as the Nigerian Jubilee Fellows Program, the Regional Stabilization Facility Program, and many more. From this MPI report, some key recommendations have been outlined, such as the National MPI should be regularly updated using an appropriate survey vehicle. State governors should be encouraged and provided with the capacity to adopt MPI data for budgetary and planning purposes. Incorporate the National MPI into medium and long-term strategies. Many more have been outlined in the 2022 MPI report. With the government's persistence in implementing these policies and more, we believe that the aim of alleviating poverty in Nigeria would be achieved in the nearest future as we continue to be the giant of Africa.